Who wants to go second?
Yeah, I'll go second.
I'll go third, unless you want it, Fritz. I'll go three. All right.
How's the balance there?
Keep going.
The last time I stood on this corner where I stand, I watched the ocean waves as they rolled across the sand. The ocean had no corners as the waves flowed out and in. But in my corner I could not see. The light had grown dim. Hey, what's your name? How have you been? Tell me what's new. Do you feel like me? Are you in a corner too? I looked across the waters, what lies beyond the sea. People in their corners, were they looking back at me? I wondered what they did there. Perhaps our corners could align. Were they happy in their corners? Did they wonder about mine? Hey, what's your name? How have you been? Tell me what's new. Do you feel like me? Are you in a corner too? So I sent out a signal. How is it over there? It's lonely in my corner. Can you see me over here? Will you join me in my corner? There's plenty of room for two. If you come into my corner, I will share my space with you. Well, hey, what's your name? How have you been? Tell me what's new. Do you feel like me? Are you in a corner too? Hey, what's your name? How have you been? Tell me what's new. Do you feel like me? Are you in a corner too? A corner too? A corner too? Ta-da!
Nice, sounds good.
The ocean has no ocean has no corners.
Yeah, that's deep. Just like the ocean.
It is, man. I'm serious. Dude.
Like, Steve, it's like, because I don't know if that's the same song or if it's just similar in some ways, but like that you were playing like a while ago, maybe like a year, like 2 years ago or something.
Well, I did write this one earlier this year, but I really didn't do much with it. I think maybe I tried it here once.
But I just remember the part of like, hey, how are you doing? That part, and like that. But anyway, that's not my point. My point is this: is that in contrast to that, like your guitar playing is getting so nice to go along with the vocals. The way you're like adding the little like transition-y fill things in there, like do like that little bass run, and then the like the higher thing, like in between the pauses in there, it like adds a lot to the song, and it's like a cool thing to like see.
Nice warm feeling in the song too. Just a lot of warmth in the song. I like that a lot.
Very full, like it's full sounding, which is nice. I think.
He's a nice guy. Just don't corner him.
Well, I wrote it earlier. Sure didn't do anything with it. I thought, I'll pull it out and maybe I can make something of it. I like it, but it needs something else. It just, to me, doesn't stand out. But I'll keep working on it.
If you were going to play that out like at the Jacksonville thing or something, I would just take the tempo up a little bit. Dun, 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 just like rock it a little bit. Maybe repeat a chorus a few more. Like get the like a part that you could repeat a little more often, and like come back to that or something. Just make it a little more performy, it might be better as an out tune, that one.
Yeah, it'll probably get there. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think the only thing that, like, within, like, the structure you have already, basically, is, like, if you added some dynamics in there, so where, like, you have the part that, because it's, like, pretty much, like, here across, like, do, you know, and, like, if there was a place in there to, like, drop down and then drop back onto that, would, like, break it up a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I tried to do that on the last set of verses. Maybe it wasn't enough, but I think it needs, I don't know, something else. Maybe a little bridge or...
Age of bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a lift, like how they say, because like you did, like I see what you're saying about the end. You have like a little lift in like not maybe a full bridge, but just a lift inside there before you hit that space.
What guitar are you playing, Steve?
Oh, it's just my Gibson. It's a
Nice.
Gibson Gospel.
Oh,
I've had it for years. It's my main guitar.
How old is that one?
I bought it brand new in 1996, I think.
God, 96 seems so recent in a way. Like, 96,
Yeah.
you hear about pre-war Martins, and then you go, well, shit, dude, that's like 30
Yeah, it's 25 years ago.
It's so weird. I was just thinking about it the other day of like that, like to kids from like now, to them, like Nirvana and all that like era of stuff is the same as to us when we were kids of the Beatles.
Right.
Like the same time distance.
Hey, like the 80s, we think about the 80s. Like in the 80s, you look back that same amount of time and you're talking about World War II.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's just I was thinking about, like, yeah, it's like I saw the Rolling Stones in like 85 or 86 or something.
It's
and
wild.
It's like, dude, they were like 10 years removed from like peak Rolling Stones. And now you think back, and that was like, now they're like old.
Yeah. It's wild to watch your time. It's wild to watch your time, right? That you're experiencing become history and something that's
like
talked
old
about.
now.
Yeah. It's wild.
We're like, oh yeah, I remember this song when I was in college, and they're like, yeah, that's an oldie. Really good.
This kid on the bandshell today asked me how long I've been doing Tai Chi, and I said since 1984, and he goes, my mom was 11 years old. It's like, yep. All right, I'm muting up.
Now you broke my concentration. Now I don't know what to do. Okay. I think I'll try another new one that I'm working on that I don't think I've done before. Let's see if I can do it. Sunny morning, get up early, come walk with me outside. You and me, we're all alone now, hand in hand, side by side. New day is on its way, I want to spend this time with you. It will be a sunny day as long as you will be here too. It's another sunny day, my love, we're together. I'm glad things turned out this way. It's another sunny day, it's lovely weather. When you're with me, it's such a sunny day. When evening comes come say goodnight, send the children off to bed. You and me, we're all alone now, just like the night we were wed. New day is on its way. Let's have a secret rendezvous. It will be a sunny day as long as you will be here too. It's another sunny day, my love, we're together. I'm glad things turned out this way. It's another pretty day. It's lovely weather when you're with me. It's such a sunny day. It's another sunny day, my love, we're together. I'm glad things turned out this way. It's another pretty day. It's lovely weather when you're with me. It's such a sunny day. When you're with me, it's such a sunny day.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many ways can you play a G?
How many ways indeed. Oh, is that new or old?
It's another older song, probably very old song that I just never did much with. So I'm going to try and smooth it out. But I did it finger picking originally, but it just...
Nothing in the lyrics or the melody, nothing broke the spell or made me think about the song, which is really nice, right? You don't want the person thinking about the song, maybe afterwards, but while they're listening, they should go, that took me out of it, or that's weird, or that's having a thought about the lyrics instead of just, or unless the thought is awesome. But the thing that did take me out of it a little bit is, it's kind of funny, but it's the key that you're doing it in.
Yeah, it's a little bit high for me.
Yes, because your voice, it's actually beautiful, and it really your tone and your high notes is really good. It's I didn't know you had that kind of range actually. It's really, really nice. The consequence of it, though, being in that key and you singing it so nice, is that it has a kind of a John Denver-ish kind of almost like choir boy purity to it. It sounds almost like la 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 la. It almost has this. I don't mean effeminate exactly, but it has a soft choir boy kind of sound to it, which in my feeling is it's better for the vocal to be a little bit darker, like just a little bit, like another sunny day that you're with me.
How about we drop it a third and see how it sounds? Sunny morning, get up early, come walk with me outside. You and me, we're all alone now, hand in hand, side by side. That feels better.
I like that better. I wonder if you could put a capo up one fret from that, like a half step up from that. Would that be, how far is that?
That would put it in E.
And what did you start in?
I did it in G originally. So I dropped it a fourth, right? To D. And then you're saying you want it capoed up one, so that would put it in E flat.
E flat. Maybe experiment with it. I would
get up early, come walk with me outside.
Right. I would just experiment if I were you. Play around with I would experiment with the keys and look at the very highest notes. Can you put a little air or a little colloquial feeling in it and still hit the note. There's a certain height where you have to go pure or you're going to kill yourself.
I think
And
the
so-
only reason I did it in G because I was kind of trying to do it finger pick style and do that.
Right. That was
That's
pretty
easiest
too,
in
yeah.
G, you know.
It's nice, but I would just experiment with the timbre and the emotional feeling of doing it in different keys and just, you know, see if that speaks to you. If it speaks to you to do it that way, then it's a very pretty song, and that's just my own senses. I'd like to hear it a little darker, but I like the lyrics. I mean, on paper,
Great.
nothing but
Glad
net.
you like it. I'll work on it. Those are all great comments, and that's really why I decided to do them tonight. They've been sitting around doing nothing, so I might as well pull them out and see if I can make them better.
Awesome.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm muting up.
I'll use it next time you open for me.
Steve, like, I'm curious though, like, when you did it in G, I like it, that high piece in some ways a lot, and like, you
I
could
don't.
hit that low. No, but you could hit the low. You could hit low in there, couldn't you?
You mean sing it an octave lower?
Yeah, and then
No.
hit the high within there. Yes, you
Friday
could.
morning, get up
There you
early.
go. Yeah, you can do
Sounds
it.
like
But you could-
James Earl Jones.
but you could hit the B also. You know what I mean? And like the third or whatever, and then pop up to that high.
I'll work on it.
Okay, but anyway, also
Gus, you want?
Gus,
Are you
that
next or is
guitar
Gene next?
That guitar looks amazing, Gus. What is it you got going on?
All right. Yeah, so you take it and put it in A flat. That'll be fun. I do like capos for the ability to change the key and try singing in that key. And that's a good thing. I occasionally do it on the pianos too, and throw them into a transpose it, and then see if I want to do it in that key, and then move towards the arrangement, with that in that particular key for that tune. So this here is a tune I was been working on. Wrote it several weeks ago and performed it once when it was really brand new. And when I think of all the roads I have tested, trying to get to the stars, when I think of all the time I've invested playing piano and guitar, when I think of all the things and places I'm never gonna get to see, I always end up asking, have I wasted me? When I think of all the friends I have rejected, turning my back to their knees, when I think of the honey I've tasted, wallowing in gluttony and greed, when I think of all my lofty goals, crumbling into the sea. I always end up asking, have I wasted me? The seasons are fewer and fewer, opportunities melting every day into mighta and coulda and shoulda been. Melting away. This is the start of the final chapter. Do I know what I gotta do? Is there time for satisfaction? Can I push me till my time is through? Will I have wasted? Will I have wasted me? Will I have wasted? Will I have wasted me?
I love that.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
Love the guitar
good.
work. You
Yeah.
really reworked that song.
Yes, I did. I've been working on it, trying to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things you try and pay attention to after you write it, and you say, "Fuck, man, Jesus."
Dude, I could hear that. I would definitely love to hear if you record that with the vocal, like almost Leonard Cohen style, like right in your ears. You know, like distinctly up ahead of the, you know, like distinctly up front. You know, like you're like the mic is like right here. Will I have wasted me? That's how I would hear it.
I love the sense of time in that one, Gus. Is really nice. Also, I think it's like so fluid and like circular.
Yeah,
That
good
like,
point.
Really, really nice.
So this one I've been playing with for a while, and I just like to play it. Right now it's kind of like I'm trying to get around to being able to record it. Your lies are tearing us apart. I don't know when they stop. I don't know why they stop. I don't think you care about my bleeding heart. Your lies are tearing us apart. You've been lying so long, you poisoned your soul. The truth doesn't matter when you're on a roll, taking everything you want, your only goal. Your lies are tearing us apart. Don't know why I can't get rid of you, send you back to your castle of hate. Have you poisoned me like you poisoned yourself? Have I found out a little too late? You see the world as us and you. There isn't anything you wouldn't say or do. A never-ending saga, and none of it true. Your lies are tearing us apart. It's never your fault, you have to be right. Always a new crisis, always a new fight. Hiding your sins by shining false light. Your lies, your lies, your lies are tearing us apart. Everyone is a victim who enters your life. Caught in your deadly web of deceit and strife. Your charm is a poison, your words a sharp knife. Your lies are tearing us apart, tearing us apart, tearing us apart, tearing us apart. There you go.
Nice. So,
Wow.
Gus, are you like, because you normally play that on piano, right?
No, actually I don't.
No? Oh, you don't? I thought it, okay.
I have, but I like
You
the
have.
guitar better for it.
Well, no, I'm just saying those two things are going to go together so great because, like, that little riff in there, like, if I hear it in my head combined with what you normally do on the piano, but also the way you normally sing it on the piano with, like, what you just sing on the guitar is, like, using it as, like, where it's, like, sometimes together, but then you also are singing, like, harmonies off of what you normally sing on,
Yeah,
on
it's,
piano.
I'm trying to.
And, like, those things together are, like, that's going to mix up so interestingly. I'm like,
The problem is separating them out from being the primary rhythm to being separate parts. I find
on the
typically,
vocal or the music?
typically what happens is the piano part and the guitar part at first are kind of the same thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I try and take one or the other and move it to being counter melodic and counter.
Oh, no, but you could, that's going to work out so good because you can
We'll
flip
find
flop
out.
between them.
I got 70 days till I retire, and then I'm going to
Go nuts.
Yeah.
devote myself
But,
to
like, 'cause you can,
recording
like,
songs.
go
What
one,
I-
like, you go one with the guitar, one with the vocal, and then back together, and it's going to be, like,
I don't know
super
about that.
fucking cool.
What I found
No.
interesting about that tune was it seemed to have. I was trying to figure out what the tempo was because I was just tapping on my guitar, and I could go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and I'm still doing the 1, 2, 3, 4 here, but I'm hearing bump it a bump 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 it a bump 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 it a bump bump. You know what I mean? Like they're happening at the same time. Bump it a bump bump but a bump
Yeah,
bump
but, like, 'cause you'll have-
it's just a cool counter rhythm thing going on there.
Yeah,
It
I'd
feels
like
like
to
it's
do
in
that.
some odd rhythm, but it's not, right?
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
it's
not.
not. It's really just.
But it feels like
comes
it
off
is.
that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
If you were playing drums with it, you'd have the cymbals being going on the, like, and then you have, like, the kick and the snare, like, boop, boom, boom.
Do any of you guys play drums?
Gotta get around to that.
Any of you play drums?
That, you know.
Any of you play drums?
Not really, like, yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly it, actually.
No, we're musicians.
I love drums. I can, like,
So
I can
complicated.
play-
I don't know how people play drums. I don't know how
I
they
saw
do
this
it.
meme today. It said
Two
had
out of
this
three
gal
of
looking,
them,
and she
like-
says, "I thought he was a musician, but he was just the sound guy."
You could throw drummer in there. Oh God.
Or a trombone player. Either one will work. You know?
You know the difference between a dead chicken in the middle of the road and a dead trombone player in the middle of the road? Chicken was on. No, wait. Yeah, dead chicken in the road, or a trombone, a dead trombone player in the middle. Chicken was on the way to a gig.
You could insert accordion in there.
Accordion in there. Yeah.
Trombone.
Hey,
And there's
everyone
the,
has their, you know.
What do you call a banjo player with a really great paying gig? Bella Fleck.
Yeah. What do you got for us, Gene?
Free time.
All right. As I've been saying, I'm working my way through my songs. I'm now at the point where I'm cycling through them. None of them have much dust on them anymore. I've got about I've got about 19 right now. I might have one more, so I'm just playing them, and every time I have a folder of the lyrics, and I just keep playing the song and moving to the back of the list. And so this one here is a little Willie Nelson tribute song. It's my second Willie Nelson tribute song. Let me just do a brief sound check. Tell me know if you think the mix is okay. La 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 ba ba ba. Not bad. All right.
Like guitar up just a smidge.
I can't do that. All I can do is. But I hear you. I'll
Besides that, it's perfect.
Okay. I'll aim in that direction. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Some folks have their regrets when it's their time to go. But Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Willie didn't leave too many songs unsung. Willie didn't leave too many songs unsung. Some folks have their regrets when their time is done. But Willie didn't leave too many songs unsung. Willie didn't leave too many notes unplayed. His guitar was as famous as his praise. Some folks have their regrets when they run out of days. But Willie didn't leave too many notes unplayed. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Some folks have their regrets when it's their time to go. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Willie didn't leave much talk without the walk. Willie didn't leave too much talk without the walk. Some folks have their regrets when they're done taking stock. But Willie didn't leave too much talk without the walk. mighty tough. Some folks have their regrets when their time is up. But Willie didn't leave too many folks unloved. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Some folks have their regrets when it's time to come home. But Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Whoops. Willie didn't leave too many untraveled roads. Didn't leave too many.
Willie will never die.
Nice. Well, but it's kind of sounded like in some parts of it that he already did die. Like, he didn't do this. He doesn't do that.
I know.
You're using past
My
tense there.
other song is called "The Day That Willie Nelson Dies." So,
Oh, okay. So you're ready.
I mean, he's ready too.
Yeah.
He sings
But
about it
Gene,
all the
one thing-
time. Have you heard I
like-
woke up still not dead today? Have you heard that one? The internet said I had passed away, but if I was, I wouldn't be here to say I woke up still not dead again today. It's great. It's a great song. Check it out. Sorry, go ahead.
Gene, I just was saying I like the sound like from you being capoed down lower, or like more open like that, and like when you like all those passing notes that you like play in between, they
Yeah.
like ring.
Yeah,
they ring
at this.
in like a more resonant way down low like that than when
Yep.
you like capo it up high.
Yeah, that's
So
a
I
different
like that
sound. Yeah.
It sounds nice. It sounds really good.
I go back and forth between this big, almost harpy kind of sound, and then the sort of a mandocello sound when I, which I'm going to do for my next number. I think, yeah.
You
I'm
mix
way
them
high.
together. And then,
I've done that. I've done that where like I play, like here's something you can do. Like this song I'm about to play is in
yeah, it's
E flat, right? So it's in E flat. So I could, if I wanted to do a second guitar on this album, which I probably won't, but I'm really going for like real stripped down on this one. But if I did, I could play the song here in E flat. Then I could, with my second guitar, drop it to D tuning, right? And then capo it up one. So now I'm in E flat, but I got a big resonant drop D sound with that mandocello, that sound up there. And I've done that many times. A lot of my songs have that, and it's just a nice cheat. It makes it sound like a much bigger. It makes it almost sound like a band, and it's just two guitars. So it's a way to sound like more production than you've actually got. So
that's clever, I think.
Cool. I think this one I played once at about 10 open mics ago when I think we had a chance to do an extra song or something. So I did this one, which was new then, but not now. So this is my big Tsunami song. You'll appreciate this, Steve. You've been in Tsunami Land. And of course, we're all pretty close to Tsunami Land right now, being in Oregon. But I check out all these tsunami rhymes I came up with. I got a Dave Niehaus reference in here, and I got two Big Lebowski references. Dave Niehaus was a broadcaster for the Seattle Mariners for years. And when somebody would hit a grand slam, he'd say, "Get out the rye bread and the mustard, Grandma. That's a grand salami." And so and when someone would hit a grand slam, he would say that. So I got a reference in there. I got Barack Obama. I got a couple of pokes at our recent Orange Overlord. So you'll check it out. I got everybody in here. Tell your daddy, tell your mommy, We're all riding down a big tsunami. Them billionaires and all them commies. We're all riding down a big tsunami. Everything ends up out of your hands. Everything ends up out of your hands and back into the wave. Everything ends up out of your hands. There's nothing you can save. Tell your guru, tell your swami, we're all riding down the big tsunami. Get out the rye bread, that's a grand salami. We're all riding down the big tsunami. Everything ends up out of your hands. Don't hold on too tight. Everything ends up out of your hands. You're gonna lose this fight. Joni knew it and so did Bobby. We're all riding down a big tsunami. Willie knew it and so did Johnny. We're all riding down the big tsunami. Everything ends up out of your hands and back into the wave. Everything ends up out of your hands. There's nothing you can save. Tell Michelle and Barack Obama, we're all riding down the big tsunami. You're out of your element, Donnie. We're all riding down the big tsunami. It's big, it's blue, it's me, it's you. It's deeper than anything you ever knew. We're caught in time, no matter how we try. Everything's becoming something new, even you. Ain't no use in getting too snobby. We're all riding down the big tsunami. Pace yourself, that's a hot pastrami. We're all riding down the big tsunami. Everything ends up out of your hands. Kiss it as it flies. Everything ends up out of your hands. Don't wait to say goodbye. Tell your daddy, tell your mommy, we're all riding down the big tsunami. Them billionaires and all them commies, we're all riding down the big tsunami. We're all riding down the big tsunami. We're all riding down the big tsunami. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
I like that, Gene. That's a lot of rhyme.
An ending line, for sure.
Did I distort it all during that?
No.
How was that volume-wise? Is that okay?
Perfect.
Oh, great! I'm watching. I'm trying to watch everything here at the same time. And
It was
keep
the best
in the-
recording ever made. Yeah.
Oh, thank Christ for that! All right,
wonderful.
thank
it
you
sounded
guys.
Good. Like
Thanks.
on your project of working the mic and everything, that was pretty good. It was pretty tight.
Cool. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
But it sounded nice, and I could hear that that high part, and then if you just had how Gus was just playing that kind of run, that descending line,
Mm-hmm.
on his last song when he played guitar, do 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 do, because how we were saying on low switch, if you're gonna record them together, having that low run against that high capo thing will sound is probably gonna sound really sweet on that one.
Yeah.
It'll pick up because it'll pick up the range of the vocal that you do on there.
A lower.
Because
If I mean another lower.
down,
Oh.
because you drop your vocal down in there, so you can play with the vocal in between the high and the low piece on that.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I forgot to switch it back to cardioid, so that whole recording was on circular surround whole room,
It sounded great.
which makes it easier.
No,
It's easier because it's picking up every sound, but on the other hand, it's not as warm as the cardioid. So, I'm still experimenting.
Yeah. Six
But,
of
well,
one,
if
half a dozen of the other.
But if you're only gonna pick one, if you only have one mic, the wide pattern is nice. I think. I mean, I don't know, Gus. You could. Put your
Some
input
people
on
tell
this.
me do the cardioid. No, you should definitely do cardioid. And I'm like, all right, I'm experimenting. I like the cardioid sound. It's just more temperamental. There's a
more
real
aware
pocket.
of your room, Gene.
But the idea of the cardioid
but
is
I've been
to
listening
like.
a long time to these things.
Say that
You
again.
can really hear the out of phase reflections from inside your room.
You can hear the room, especially on that last one.
Yeah, when you're
Because I've got the surround on.
annoyed, it really barrels it on down. You just need to find a way to use that more effectively because
Can't hear you.
Gus, you just like cut.
Gus, can't hear you.
Gus, you just cut off. Your mic's off.
He can't hear us.
You're muted.
Oh, you were muted.
I was pressing the damn space bar to talk, and then I forgot.
You just went, and another thing.
Well, I like the space bar because when you let go of it, it mutes you again, and I can hit the space bar really fast, where sometimes I can't get to the mute fast enough.
Oh, I see. That's like a cough button on a radio mic.
It is. So
what were you saying though, Gus, about the room sound? I'm curious.
Well, what I was saying is the cardioid by restricting the area that it emphasizes eliminates a lot more of the room sound.
Right. I just forgot to switch it over.
Yeah.
I meant to switch it over because I've been experimenting with the cardioid for just that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, if I luck out, yes, you can hear the room, but it also sounds like a good sound in that room. But if I don't luck out...
My brother and sister-in-law, I bought them a curved foam back that goes behind the microphone. And the idea behind it is to help eliminate reflections coming back to the microphone.
I have one of those sitting right back there in the corner.
For like a condenser? For a condenser, Gus?
Well, for any kind of microphone, it just helps reduce the reflection for the room being received by the microphone.
Does it attach
the microphone
to the mic
back? You can some of them you can actually arrange them like this and put the microphone way back in this tunnel more or less, and that really then emphasizes just the things that are coming straight at the microphone, eliminating a lot of the stuff coming from the sides and reflections.
Does it attach to the stand?
I've got one right back there, Fritjof. It's right there on top of that mic stand, and there's a microphone sitting right in front of it.
Can you show it up in the camera? I'm just super curious. This is like super thing that actually has plagued me.
It really helps eliminate the room out of phasedness.
But the cardioid would help that too, right?
I'm sorry?
Well,
the cardioid does a similar thing.
Well, it's all a matter of trying to reduce as much of it as you can.
Right.
That's the real thing. Is that the room is usually not acoustically where you want to be performing.
Oh, right. Whoa. Okay. Let me. Oh.
Jesus Christ! He's going to erase your memories with that fucking thing.
No. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Dude, so Steve, is that what kind of mic do you have in there? Is that a condenser?
Yeah, it's a condenser I bought on sale. It's a Russian-made mic, and it works really good for like a bluegrass band. You stand around it and sing, and it works really well. It's just a little cumbersome, but singing to it, and it really gives you much clearer signal on the vocals.
Nice.
Yeah.
And like, it would be cool. Like, what would be interesting to me would be like to take something like that and modify it so that also there's a bottom on it, because like something that's hard to do, but it's like if you want to sing through a condenser that has that like rich tone to it and everything, but you also want to play. So like Gene, when you're playing the guitar, so you want to like have a dynamic or like something with like a hypercardioid to just like get the guitar right, Gus. But then it like if you're using a condenser up on the vocal, the guitar like sounds like shit on that. And so like having a bottom, could you like put a bottom on one of those things to get the guitar bleed out, to cut that off and just like kind of isolate on the vocal?
Like you're singing into a box.
Yeah, they make all kinds of models. That one just happened to be kind of what I found. But if you look online, there's all
You got to
kinds of
pick up
different.
you shove up your ass, and it really does a good job of your voice.
Well, you know
It
what
gives you that
people
deep and
usually do
harmony
is they
sound.
just record a scratch vocal, and they get the guitar recorded, and then they go back and
Yeah,
sing the vocal again. But
but
but if
like
you're
doing
going
it
for that
live, is like
organic folk thing, it's hard to do
That's
that.
true.
it's
And
like a
what I used to
skill,
do in
and it's like
performances for vocalists with guitars, Gene, was put a separate microphone on the guitar,
well for
usually right
sure.
up about the shoulder, where it joins the guitar body, and
Uh-huh.
then you can get the performer up close to the cardioid, but still have
Hmm.
the full nice microphone on the
Right. Get them as far.
Yeah,
guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it really works
this
that when you're serious
this
about
mic,
recording vocal and guitar.
Right.
because like this mic is a hypercardioid condenser, and so it's kind of nice because it cuts out. 'Cause I'm playing through an amp, and but like when I'm recording like a studio track, I have like a really nice just like condenser with a regular dynamic that is just like gorgeous sounding through like a little tube pre. And but if I try to play a guitar with that, it like sounds horrible because it's like getting the guitar sound off a like really bad angle, and it doesn't sound good at all. And so it'd be so interesting. That's so interesting that that little doodad to like get the best of both worlds. Huh.
Play a tune for us there.
All right. Yes, I'm ready. Okay. Sorry. I'm like jibber jabber here. All right.
Mute.
So okay, there's the reverb. And just like my precursor to this is I've just been like doing super busy and overwhelmed, and like I was like working on this like craft of like songwriting and all this, but like so I just want to like play guitar with a beat, and so that's this because like which I think is the awesome thing about the blues structure is like all the thinking's out of it, and you can just like just like do the thing you want to do. So anyway, that's what I felt like doing tonight. Walk to Bali one night, she's standing by television light. Said that anybody would bet on. Swap back for the money inside, said, "Pop, bring my shot." She said, "Damn, baby, I know this is my new favorite song." Put a hand on my head for I was on the phone, just a tap on my back, froze to the floor, and said it was me, but I wouldn't bet on. So tell me, step around and see what this is all about. I started to cry, heard myself shout about, I'm gonna die, dancing to your new favorite song. walk away. I find the day I remember. This is my favorite song. Then a voice came in live from the street. Say, oh, move forward, don't matter where it is. The situation was clear and I'm lonely in life. Yeah, I see the situation from a different point of view. When the train leaves the station, my mind turns blue as I stay so hard to take the wrong from the right. Where you get your information from television live. Yeah, I probably feel differently to mine than tonight, but all things considered, I think it turned out alright. It's 6 in the morning, child, I'm calling your name. It's 6 in the morning, child, I'm calling your name. Been walking these streets all night. Calling your name. Wind down to the river, walk the face of day. Wind down to the river, walk the face of day. A cold dark feeling when I call your name. So I'm going up to the mountain. Everything will be alright. Going up to the mountain. Everything gonna be alright. No peace for me. No more night.
call.
All right, that's that.
All right, man.
All right.
That's a nice groove, man. I couldn't make out a lot of the lyrics. All of a sudden I could, and then I couldn't for long stretches. My ear is hungry for consonants, and I don't know how to decode that. Some people, a lot of young people sing without a lot of punctuated consonants, and they seem to understand each other perfectly. But for me, it's just my ear. I have a hard time. But so I just forgot. I just let that go, and was hearing your voice as an instrument, and I really like that. I really like that punctuation. I like that rhythm. And I like the groove a lot, and the real swampy feeling of it, and the only thing that was in my way of totally being on board was I couldn't make out the lyrics, so I just decided to go along with the vocal as an instrument.
I was pretty much in the same place, Gene.
Yeah.
The high processing and the drums are pretty heavy. The guitar is very processed, and the vocals need to be highly processed and laid on top of it, so that the vocal is always on top, and you could, in songs I was telling the guy something yesterday. Don't be afraid to put your own voice on top in your mixes, and always make sure that you got good diction going, so that your equalization is set up so that you can really hear what you're saying. The diction is sharp and crisp.
Tell that to the entire grunge movement. Remember Weird Al's version of Smells Like Teen Spirit? The first line is like, he comes out and starts singing like Kurt Cobain, and immediately there's subtitles. So you can't see, like he goes, what is this song all about? Can't figure any lyrics out. That's like the first line. What is this song all about? Can't figure any lyrics out. And there's one point where he goes, it's hard to whoop, 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 with all these marbles in my mouth, and all these marbles start spilling out of his mouth. But I mean, it's if it's an intentional, it can be intentional. I mean, it can be just like, the point of this is not to do is to make the voice an instrument, like a sound like any other, or it can be deliberately obscure, like you've got to buy my album and get the fucking lyric sheet if you want to know. I mean, there's ways to do it No, really. I mean, there's ways to do it intentionally, right? If I'm not sure where you're at, man, but if it's your intention, but then again, I'm not. Maybe you're not your target audience. I mean, I'm 60 Medicare, so I'm trying to hear.
Call me.
I'm trying to hear with these old ears, like.